Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Kingdoms. Midsummer Festival, that is gonna be the reason of this video. The Midsummer Festival has just hit on the Rise of Kingdoms and obviously we're gonna talk about that. Because this is like the main event that is happening right now, and for the first time, they introduce in a short amount of time event which can grant us a legendary skin. We already have a legendary skin, so it's not the first one. We have the Lost Kingdom. So we have the Lost Kingdom, but the Lost Kingdom is a 2-month event, so it's not like it's very easy to be obtained. So let's go into the game and let's have a look at this Midsummer event. So this is the skin that I'm talking about, and this is the event that will actually grant you that skin. Now, the problem with this particular event is that it's on every 2 continents. So on every 2 continents, which is a lot, which is really a lot, is huge. The best way to make points from this particular event is training troops. So here comes the T5 advantage. Gain 1 power via training. So every 1 power in troops is 1 point. 1 T5 is 10 points. So if someone trains 1 million T5, that's 10 million points. So 1 million T5 is 10 million points, which can probably bring you the first place. I hope so, because that's my plan. So the rewards are insanely good. For a very short time event, insanely good. Now, the second thing which makes this event even more and more powerful, and people are gonna go crazy on him, is combined with the Mightiest Governor event, at least in my kingdom. So in my kingdom, it's gonna start in the same week with the Mightiest Governor event. So tomorrow is gonna be the training day, or in about 8 hours, it's gonna be the training day for the Mightiest Governor, and we have the Summer Babylon event. So that's gonna be an insane amount of trainings probably in my kingdom. Dragotin is gonna be on duty 24/7. So yeah, that's insane. That's literally insane how they managed to put all these 2 events together. And the amount of sculptures you will be able to get from this summer event is also crazy, and large amount of sculptures. Not to mention, even if you get a lower rank, like rank 10, you still get the design, the Babylonian Gardens, which grants you 10% infantry attack. You still get 10 sculptures. So even if you're in rank 100, you still get about 3 sculptures or another 5 sculptures. If you want to ask me, that's pretty insane. Every bit amount of sculptures that you can get, it gets you closer of achieving max skills on your legendary commander that you wish to work on. So the amount of sculptures on this event is high. It's very high. Let's now not go any further. It's gonna be the Midsummer Party, where you can basically trade how are they called? Burnt Branch and Embers. So you can trade your Embers for another 30 legendary sculptures. Now if you want to ask me personally, that would be the first thing I would advise you to trade for. Make sure you get to legendary sculptures, get your legendary commander closer to where you want him to be. After that, it's probably gonna be the stars. If you manage to get that many embers, the keys, if you manage to get that many burnt branches, obviously is gonna be the keys. The last thing you want to spend on is decorations. Governors who have not received this item will be unable to view the corresponding structure in their building list. Exactly. So this is just decoration. This one is 7 days. Even though it costs 50, but you might want to prioritize the thing that you want to get first. After that, with 200 burn branches and 100 embers, you can get a permanent design. It definitely looks cool. I've seen people bought it, but it's 5% archer defense. Is that actually what archers need? Defense. If you only care about the design, then you can go ahead and buy it. The design is very cool. It looks awesome. I like it a lot. But you might want to prioritize the things that you need the most. 100 embers, that's 100 hours of speed ups. That's about 5 days, 4 days. So that's 4 days of speed ups. So it's entirely up to you if you just want to have a design for your city to look cool, or you just want to progress further in the game. But as I mentioned, sculptures are the priority. Now this is going to tell you how you can collect them, how you can collect the wood, which you're going to use it on this particular event. Summerswelter, and we are already at level 11. That's insane. So let me just burn these branches too. So these are two other ways you can get embers. The only way you can get embers is by blowing gems, and so far they're probably going to introduce a bundle, and the other way is to burn branches. Now you're probably going to ask me, is it worth it to spend gems to get the sculptures? Well, it's 10 per sculptures. That means you need like 300, right? 300 embers times 100 gems, that's about 30,000 gems. 30,000 gems for 30 sculptures, I would say, is a very nice trade. You can leave this for the last day. So on the last day of the event, you can actually decide, depending on how many embers you have, you can actually decide if you're gonna need to blow more gems. It actually says blow. I mean, it couldn't be perfect. It couldn't be more perfect, because you're just blowing away gems. The name fits the description, more perfect than they could ever done it. So on the last day, or whenever is the last couple of days, I would say last day. I mean, it's much easier for you. You can decide yourself if you need to blow in more gems to get your sculptures or what you desire from this particular shop or midsummer party. But I will say that at least the sculptures is definitely worth it. I'm definitely aim to get at least the sculptures. The sculptures worth it. Now there is the Starry's Dreams as well, which pretty much most of you have a very high idea what this particular event is about. So the first one is daily businesses, log in every day. Then gather resources, academic elite, that is increasing your research power, technical power increase, which is the research. Then it's gonna be day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. So you pretty much have to do the following: kill barbarians, kill forts, help your alliance, donate in your alliance, kill guardians, collect runes, mysterious shop, do some purchases in the mysterious shop. Obviously building power has something to do with it as well. After the building power is training troops power as well is one of them. So everything that you have to do in all these 5 days, it's stuff that you do in the game anyway. So it's usual stuff that you're doing in the game. It's just some of them might need to put a little bit of pressure on them to be able to max them, like the barbarians, the donations, because there's quite a lot of donation helps. You need to pay attention with the help button and so on. So yeah, it's very, very doable to reach 100, because that's the limit. And on this particular chest, for each chest reward, Epic Commander sculptures able to claim additional chest rewards. Rewards will vary according to the numbers of quests completed. So pretty much each chest will gonna give you 1 Epic Commander sculpture, so you can get up to 100 Epic Commander sculptures, so you can max out your Epic Commanders. And this is a very free-to-play event. You will be able to max all the days. So if you pay attention to the requirements, you will be able to max all the days. And it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. Plus, you make a lot of speed ups, experience, and other various rewards. So this is something you wanna work on. This is based on the alliance, so it all depends how active your alliance is, but it's pretty much achievable. This one is a very pay to win event. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna hide it. It's basically the first 10 spots. So it's the first 10 spots that will be able to get the Babylonian Gardens, which is a legendary design. I'm gonna go and show you that in just a moment. So it's only the first 10 people in these rankings that will be able to get that design, which is very, very powerful, because they are introducing so many infantry commanders recently, like Alexander, which also has a lot of attack on his skills. This might have a comeback on infantry, or I think they want to power up the infantry a little bit with all these infantry commanders they are introducing. Now is this skin plus 10% attack. I'm having high hopes for the infantry, but again, it's 2 continents, that's 16 kingdoms that are fighting for this reward, so it's gonna be madness. It's gonna be madness, the 10 people that will manage to get these designs. Yeah, so that's pretty much about the Midsummer Festival. I like it. We all like events, they are awesome. So let's go into the city and let me just show you the design that I was talking about. So this is the first legendary design they introduce, which you can only get it from the Lost Kingdom. Top 20 in honor ranking, individual honor ranking. That's the only way you can obtain this one, which I'm very much working on. I like it a lot and I definitely want it. The second one is the Babylonian Gardens, which is right now on this particular event, which I mentioned about that pay to win event. The Babylonian Gardens, 10% infantry attack, archer defense, and archer health. So if you're actually going to use this design, or if you're actually going to reach it, you definitely might not want to use archers. Archers defense and health minus 5%, it's pretty devastating. With this one, you definitely might not want to use infantry, and that's why I'm pretty much aiming for this one. This is going to be a treat if I manage to get it, but if not, it's alright. But yeah, this one you definitely not want to use infantry. 10% attack is quite devastating. I used to say that 5% attack is not a problem to have less on infantry, but when it's 10% is starting to be significant. So yeah, well, I'm not using infantry anyway with my combinations. And then is the special frozen, which is a epic design, archer defense 5%, cavalry attack minus 5%. So that is a pretty bad design, to be honest. So if you only want to spend on this one, you want to spend because of the look of it. That would be the only reason. I would rather get 100 hours of speed ups than actually have this design. Cavs, always cavalry is gonna have a utility. There's always gonna be at least 1 or 2 cav army that you're gonna use, if not at least 1. There's so many legendaries and good legendaries out there, or even epic, that 1 cav army you're always going to use. This design, you only want to get it if you're fancying the look of it. There's plenty of designs that makes no sense to actually get them, so yeah, but some of them is worth it. Anyway, since they started introducing legendary ones, I'm pretty sure that this is not gonna stop here. So we have this one, and now we have this one. So I'm very sure they're not going to stop here. So there's going to be more and more legendary designs, and I'm looking forward to them. But as I mentioned, this one, it's entirely up to you. So that is pretty much about the Midsummer event, or what I had to say about this particular event. Definitely worth it to work on it. I highly advise it, and try to get as much as you can. Sculptures, that's something that you're always going to need. They keep introducing legendaries and legendaries and legendaries. And also, I would give you another advice: don't rush in spending your legendaries. So don't rush in just throwing in your legendaries, or just spend them, because there are so many legendaries coming up, like Alexander the Great, and I'm definitely looking forward for Alexander the Great. I'm definitely looking forward to see how it's actually going to be on the battle. Not to mention Charmaine. So yeah, just having always like a bank of sculptures, it can help you out. But if you're working in maxing out one of your legendaries, then go ahead and focus and get your maxed out legendary that you're working on. Be happy, enjoy it, and definitely gonna be proud of him. Right, until next time, this is your boy Legend Ronnie signing off, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out, yo, and take care.